All right. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you are, guys. Just want to welcome everybody. I'm going to go through a quick demonstration of the recruiting process. This system here, the baseball diamond, has generated so much income and revenue in every business that I built, where individuals made 6- and 7-figure incomes. Understanding the whole mindset of it's a process that we go through in this business, and if you commit to the process, guess what? You will win. It's all about numbers, guys. Understand this. And there's a couple of things I want to talk about in terms of mindset before we go over the illustration here with the baseball diamond. But understand, guys, we're in the business of simply sharing information. A lot of people never reach their fullest potential in their network marketing business because they're afraid of rejection. They're afraid of what someone's going to say. They're afraid of the word no. And really what I've learned in this business, guys, and I'm not one to say I like the word no. I can't stand rejection, but it's part of the process. And usually no simply means not right now. And I want you to understand that. Our job is simply, we can't control what a person is going to say, just as if we can't control when you plant a seed in the ground whether or not a harvest will come. Our job is simply to plant the seed and then water the seed and allow the sun and the universe, God, to do the rest. And the same thing when communicating with prospects and building our business, guys, where we simply expose people to the proper information so that they can get a very informed presentation where they have enough information to decide whether they want to come on board in the business or join as a member, or neither one. It doesn't matter. Because there are people who will not be interested in the business. There are people who won't be interested in the opportunity, and that's okay because we don't need everyone. I want you to understand and think about this. I love using the waitress scenario, and I'm sure everyone listening to me right now, you've been in a restaurant where the waitress is walking around with the coffee cup or coffee pot. And she's asking everyone, hey, would you like some more coffee? Would you like some coffee? Would you like some coffee? And some people will say no. Some people will turn their cup over and be rude about it. Some people will say no, thank you. And then some people, she'll keep going, and then someone will say yes. And guess what? She'll pour. And she'll continue that whole process knowing that everyone's not a coffee drinker. However, there are some folks in here who would want some of this coffee. And the only way she'll know is if she asks. So she'll simply say, do you want some coffee? Do you want some coffee? And then when someone says yes, she pours. And then she'll come back around and ask, do you want a refill? Do you want a refill? That is the follow-up. And I want you to really understand that as the follow-up. Whereas I sip coffee, some people guzzle coffee. I never usually finish a cup, just depends on the day. So many times they'll try to pour into a half cup. And I'll say, no, thank you, I'm good, because I don't want to do it all over again. And it's the same thing in our business, guys. We are simply asking, are you open to an opportunity? Are you open to an opportunity? Are you open to an opportunity? And when someone says yes, we plug them into the system and we give them the information to learn. So that's a mindset I want you to grab onto, is the fact that you're not going to get everybody. We're not looking for everyone. We're just looking for those few who wants to come on this journey with us, guys. We have the best opportunity in the game. And I know people, we hear that all the time. We probably said that in another company. I've said it in other companies. But I'm telling you guys, with MWR Financial, we have the best opportunity in the game that's out there right now. And we're going to take full advantage of this, guys. I want to help as many people as possible win. And the way we get people winning is we start filling up the bases. We got to start filling up our pipelines, guys, and get this ball going full speed ahead. So let's start with home base. Everyone's played the game of baseball. If you haven't played it, you've seen it. If you haven't played baseball or seen baseball, you played kickball. Bottom line is you start at home base. What is home base? That's you getting started. You generate a list of 100 names. Everyone you know in your cell phone, everyone you know on social media goes on this list. No, don't work from your phone. Take the opportunity, take the time to treat this like a business and write every name and every phone number on a notepad that you're going to be working from on an ongoing basis on this journey, guys. Don't prejudge anyone. It's those individuals who you think will do it, who may not, and those who you think won't do it, they might do it. So those, again, as I stated in the beginning, you just don't know. This business would be so much easier if everyone wore a shirt saying, let's make money, I'm looking for an opportunity, but that's not the case. So we got to ask individuals. We can't prejudge. And one thing I love, again, about the finance services that we bring to the market, there's nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Our services penetrate every demographic out there. That's the beauty of what we offer, guys. So you're a financial professional. You're a financial entrepreneur. And you got to have that posture about yourself. So when you build that list, now we qualify that list. You want to identify your top 10, 15, 20 people. You want to qualify your list in regards to putting stars next to individuals who are entrepreneurial. If you got entrepreneurs, put a star next to all of them. Folks who have businesses, who have who started companies or what have you, put a star next to them. The second star is everybody who's on that list who has influence, pastors, community services. You want to put a star next to all those individuals that have influence. The third star is individuals who may or who's married with children. That's another qualification. 35, the age bracket anywhere from like 28, 30 to 50 plus, whatever. That's that sweet spot right now for folks who are in a position for opportunity like this, homeowners or what have you. Put another star for those individuals who meet that criteria. And then the last one is individuals who have a check, basically a banking account. You want to identify those individuals as well. So now when you qualify your list, you got names where you got some names that have 4 stars, you have some names that have 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 stars. And the beauty of that is you want to start calling on your 4-star people first, because they're more likely to be interested in an opportunity. Understand what I'm saying, guys? So you call your 4-star people, your 3-star. What happens is a lot of us, when we get started in an opportunity, we go down the path of least resistance. So we call our brokest friends people who need this business, meaning that they don't have a job or what have you. So if they don't have a job, they don't have money, they can't invest, so they'll reject the business, not because it's not a good business, but they simply can't afford to get involved. So now you're going to get beat down by individuals who aren't in position to invest, and you'll miss out on an opportunity to talk to people who can take your life to a different place. So you want to qualify your list. This is so very important. Do not skip this process. It will make your business move so much smoother. Understand this, guys. So once you qualify your list, you got your key people. Now you want to pique their interest. You want to get them curious. Hey, listen, I just got involved with an exciting project, whereas right now we have a movement where we're empowering people financially, raising the financial IQ of over 1 million people by 2020. And I want you to listen into some information. It's a program that we got involved in that's going to help people with this. It may be something you might be interested in, and you may not be interested in. You might be able to refer me to some folks. Would you do me a favor and take a listen to some information? That's how I piqued the interest of quite a few people. Or you could just simply keep it generic. Listen, are you open to making some extra income that won't interfere with what you're already doing right now? That's another way of piquing interest. With our opportunity right now, there's some folks who are your friends where you can straight up say, listen, if I could show you how to invest $220 and in the next 15 to 20 days we turn that into $1,450, and from now on you'll be qualified, guaranteed $600 a month, would you be interested? I mean, just keep it simple, keep it natural, be yourself. So we took them for home base, we piqued their interest, and now we got them on first base. Now it's time to use a third-party tool. The tool that we use, guys, is mwrcashflow.com. You can use your website. This is a video on YouTube that goes over the membership and the compensation plan. It's 10 minutes short. You plug them into that, or you can send them to your website. And if there's like a scheduled webinar that's taking place on the day of you making these calls, you can plug them into that, but that's first base. Get them to that, get them plugged in, and then while they're on that, this is a proper way of exposing people. It's one thing to say, go to this website, but then it's a better thing to say, can you go right now? Urgency is everything. See, everyone is busy being busy. Understand this, guys. Everyone is busy being busy. And you coming into their life, you are an interruption, but our job is to disrupt this mediocrity. Folks are going through life in quiet desperation right now, and it's time for us to get into that and disrupt it by showing them another way. So urgency is key. Posture is key. Are you in front of your computer right now? Okay, great. Go to this website, www.mwrcashflow.com. Let me know when you're there. I'm there. Great. Press play. And then I'll call you back in 10 minutes. I got to call someone else. And if you're texting them the message, because text messaging is very effective, send them the message. Are you gonna watch it right now? Yes. Are you looking at it now? Yes. Great. We'll call you back in 10 minutes. Now, when you say you're going to call them back in 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, give yourself a window, then call them back. Now, the follow-up is everything. So now when you call them back, you say, hey, listen, Amanda, did you have an opportunity to look at the information? Yes. Awesome. Listen, do you see why I'm so excited? Did you see how this membership and services, do you see where people are really getting excited about this? Yes. Well, let me ask you, Amanda, do you see an opportunity for yourself? Yes, I got some questions. Great. Listen, the next step, that's a key phrase. Please write this down. The next step, because I'm brand new, just getting started in this business, I want you to receive it the way I received it. My next step is to get you on the phone with my business partner, Mr. McCray, or Mr. Crump, or whoever it is in your leadership that's in position to speak. And we're going to train everyone on how to properly do a three-way call, because we're about to work the three-way calls. Three-way calls are the most underutilized but the most powerful tool in network marketing. So when they say, yes, I see an opportunity, I got some questions, well, the next step is to put you on the phone with my business partner, Mr. McCray, or Mr. Crump. Key phrase is Mr., Mrs. Understand or miss. We edify, we build up our expert so that they are qualified and elevated to a point where they have enough leverage to help you. Not to give anyone the big head, but to give them power to be effective in communicating with our prospects. Be mindful of that, guys. I want to put you on the phone with my business partner, Mr. McCray. And this gentleman, he's documented in this industry. He's helped quite a few people succeed. He's very busy, but the awesome thing about him is he's really down to earth. Sidebar, I just hit on the 4 characteristics of people. We'll train on this at another time, but you got folks that you're prospecting who are either analytical. So when you say he knows the facts, he's very documented. That hits their hot button. He's making some great income. Those are the reds, those go-getters. He loves having fun, is those blues. And he loves helping people. Those are the folks who are mission-oriented, yellows, who are those pastors or what have you. He loves helping people, really down to earth, loves having fun, making some incredible income with this company. He's very busy. Let me see if I can get him on the phone real quick. Now, you're not asking to do a 3-way. You're telling them this is the next step. And it's in your posture that this flows accordingly, guys. So the next step is to put you on the phone with Mr. McCray. He's going to answer any questions you may have and move you to the next step in this whole process. If they resist, listen, I don't need to talk to you. Listen, this is the next step. We can't go any further until we put you on the phone with my business partner. Hold on, let me get him on the phone. At that point, you 3-way myself or your expert in, and you simply say, hey, listen, I got John on the other line. And if any way possible, you want to definitely give them the heads up before you call them and give a little detailed information about who you're talking to. And if you know their character, be like, hey, I'm on the phone, I'm exposing you to a red, a blue, a green. Or some people use fish, a shark, a dolphin, a urchin, whatever it may be. All right? But you let them know so they'll know how to communicate with your prospect. So now you 3-way us in. You click in and say, hey, Mr. McCray, I have Bill on the line. Bill, this is Mr. McCray. At this point, you want to be quiet. You don't want to ad-lib unless the expert asks you a specific question. Let the expert do his part or her part. Their job is, 1, to build rapport, build you up as a person on the team who has respect and that we're excited about, and then answer questions and possibly close your guest or move them to third base and invite them to a live event, whether it's a live webinar, a live office meeting or a home meeting, or you meeting with them one-on-one or 2-on-1 at a coffee shop or what have you. But the reality is, if you expose them properly going up to first base, by the time they get to second base, they're pretty much a done deal. Coming to third base is all about them getting validation, and you're basically going to be just simply signing them up if they even make it to third base. In many cases, we close them on second, and when they come out to third base, they're just coming out to meet the team and get around the energy that we have in the room. So, guys, it's all about loading the bases. So now we got them on third base, we got them signed up, and we bring them on home, and we teach them how to do exactly what we just did. And if you do it right, you're teaching them by doing it. But then we show them how to build their list, expose their list, 3-way call, and we just keep filling up the bases, guys. If you keep the bases loaded, and I'm about to send out following this a tenant-place sheet, if you keep your tenant-place sheet filled, meaning that every day you're exposing a minimum of 2 people a day, 5 days out of a week, that's 10 people exposed a week. With the proper follow-up, you'll be closing and signing up 3 members and 1 recruit every single week on a minimum, because you're doing the money-producing activities, guys. And the key thing is this as we wrap it up. In baseball, you don't have to bat 1,000. Jim Rome spoke of this in his training. He said you strike out 7 out of 10 times, and you make $1 million. And the same thing applies here. And if you got to realize that you don't have to hit a home run on every person you bring to the plate. All you have to do is keep swinging and bringing them around the bases, exposing them to the information, and in doing that, you're going to get the results. Right now, we focus on 3. If you don't have 3 new partners, we want to get your 3 new partners. You circulate 10, 15, 20, whatever it takes around this baseball diamond, I promise you'll get your 3. And then you teach them to do the same thing, they'll get their 3. And if we keep everyone on the system, running the bases, keeping the bases loaded, filling out the 10 in play, 3 is a done deal for everyone. And as long as everyone is getting their 3, they're advancing. And as everyone is advancing, guess what? Everyone is advancing. You're breaking managers, you're breaking seniors, you're breaking areas, you're breaking districts, you're breaking nationals, we're breaking records. And that's what our team is all about. So guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you need direct coaching and help, don't hesitate to call me. We are all in full speed ahead. My number is 704-490-6297. Again, Benjamin McCray here, part of your leadership team. Let's go out here and truly help people become free as freedom fighters, bringing forth financial freedom, time freedom, and debt freedom, guys. Take charge, everyone. Let's go out here and grow.